Hi guys, this is Narwin, and I'm back here today to talk to you about one of my favorite Pokemon, and that's Milotic. I want to go ahead and warn you guys that none of these are most of these spreads either are missing an item or a fourth ability. The reason for that is that Milotic's item can be really almost anything. It can be a whole bunch of different things. It can be anything from citrus berry leftovers, adrenaline orb, key berry, walking berry. It could be a whole bunch of different things, and they all have value. Even something like expert belt has a lot of value on Milotic. And the last move, I'm sorry, can be a whole bunch of different things too. It can be recover, it can be toxic, it can be rain dance, it can be hidden power electric. There's a whole bunch of really good moves for Milotic here as well. Um, and they all kind of work with any one of these spreads. So this first spread we're going to look at is this is the generic spread. This is what I would recommend if you don't have anything in particular you're looking to do with Milotic. Um, the reason for that is that it just maximizes your special attack and makes sure you're still really bulky with your HP. The 76 special defense makes sure you survive a 252 modest leaf storm from Lilligant, which is pretty important. The 4 defense and 4 speed are there just because they don't really do anything anywhere else. However, it is worth noting that at 102 speed, which you need the 4 EVs for, that's the point at which you outspeed Modest and Adamant Salamences. So if you're going to put an Adrenaline Orb on this spread particularly, make sure you have at least those 4 EVs so that you outspeed the Adamant and Modest Salamences. The last move can be, again, anything. Recover, HP Electric, Rainy Day, a whole bunch of things. The next spread is what I would recommend if you're not looking to counter specifically Lilligant, maybe Lilligant's no longer popular, or you have really good counters for Lilligant already. 28 special defense with a 252 HP is the point at which you survive the Thunderbolt from 252 modest circuitry. The 36 defense is there because that's where you survive 252 adamant Darkest Lariat from Incineroar. So if you don't worry about that attack from Incineroar, put those back into your special attack. However, I think once Incineroar gets his Intimidate, I think having those 36 special defense EVs will be really important because I think he will become way more popular once he gets Intimidate. Force Speed is again there to capitalize off of the Adrenaline Orb if you choose to run it. It also doesn't happen to do anything in particular if you put it in any of these other stats. Um, the next one here, this is based on the fact that I looked at the usage statistics, and one of my Milotic's most popular builds was a modest one with 140 speed. I was kind of confused by the 140 speed. The reason for that is at 140 speed, you hit 119 speed, but if you look over here at the speed tiers, there's nothing particularly interesting that you outspeed it. There's nothing at 118 speed, so I was wondering why they didn't just run 118 speed. So all I did was I essentially dropped that same spread back down to 118 speed, so particularly 8 extra EVs out, and put them back into special attack. That just to maximize your damage dealing potential. Now, for this spread particularly, I'm going to recommend a move called Hidden Power Electric, and the reason for that is at 132 speed you outspeed or at 118 speed you outspeed neutral Pelipper 252 by exactly 1 point, and it happens that we're going to take a look real quick at Pelipper. Pelipper's 4 of its 6 most common spreads are modest with 252. Okay, which means you outspeed those. The other 2 are timid with no really HP investment. Only one of them has really an HP investment. That's 108, except for the bold one. But we're gonna look at the 108, and we're gonna look at those modest and timid spreads. The reason for that is if you come over here, Pelipper, are you defensive? Okay. At at 0 investment, so that would just be like your or 4 investment. That would be like your timid 252, or your modest 252s. Okay. HP Electric is a guaranteed chance to OHKO. Okay. So with 44 investment, you're 132 speed. You outspeed them and you OHKO the modest Pelipers. While you don't outspeed the timid Pelipers, you do OHKO them. So all they get is one ability off. So either they only get Tailwind off or they only get one Hurricane off, which can be also really useful for your team. Um, if they are the 108 modest ones, okay, you're not going to get a guaranteed OHKO on them. You're only going to have a 62.5% chance to OHKO, um, which is not bad. But you can also drop this back down to 28, all right, and pull this back up here to 92 or 88. Those last to have 4 wasted EVs there, unfortunately. But what that would let you do is, so we're at 88 plus. That lets you get an 87% chance to OHKO them. It's also worth noting that in order to OHKO Garchomp, you need 68 EVs plus Modest. So the generic 4 HP 252 Garchomps, you need 68. So 40 in order to guarantee the OHKO. So 44 doesn't hit that. If you drop it down to 28 right here, put those extra EVs over here into special attack, you not only do you continue hitting the Pelipper's, have a much better chance of OHKOing the 108 HP Pelipper's, you also get to make sure you OHKO the Garchomps as well. Okay, so 72, 76. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna recommend HP Electric for that specifically. HP Electric is also kind of like a hidden gem for me. This in VGC 2017. The reason for that is that it makes it so that you're a threat even to Gyarados. Because a lot of times I would see like Gyarados switch in, I get the boost, and then I'm looking at my Milotic, and I don't have anything I can do to Gyarados, even with the boost. The other important thing to know about the HP Electric is while it doesn't show it here, um, it's going to switch it to HP Dark, but actually in game, because you can bottle cap, you can get the HP Electric and bottle cap your stat up to 31 and get that extra point of special attack here, so from 37 to 38. But yeah, so HP Electric I think is really good for this speed particularly because it lets you take out those modest Pelipper's before they get to do anything. They can't set up Tailwind, they can't set up a Hurricane or send out a Hurricane, anything like that, okay? At lower speed tiers, I think it loses some of its value, but I think HP Electric is still a pretty good move. The next two sets are for Adrenaline Orb specifically. The move can be anything. Again, it can be HP Electric, it can be Recover, it can be whatever you want. The two different variations of this are going to be 92 speed, okay, EVs, puts you at 113 speed. Now, you actually only need 112 speed to outspeed the Salamence with a +1 speed. So, like, when you get the Adrenaline boost, you'll outspeed Salamence at 112. But I think the extra point to go up to 113 speed is really useful because at 113 speed, you outspeed Magnezone, Clefable, Lapras, Incineroar, Primarina, Toucannon, Oranguru, and Minior, which I think are all really important to outspeed for just a little bit of extra investment. But you can drop it down to just 112 if you'd like, if you're not worried about outspeeding those things. And again, it has the 76 EVs in here to take the Leaf Storm. 84 special attack is just to maximize special attack again. It doesn't actually hit anything particular. And then this last one, this one is just the generic Adrenaline Orb set. So this is 92 speed. Again, this is for the exact same reason that we had 92 speed over here. And what that lets you do is it lets you go to 164 special attack. Now that 164 special attack actually is relevant. The reason for that is that in order to guarantee a 2-hit KO on 252 HP for special defense Gigalith in the sand, you need exactly 164 with a modest nature. So you'll get the 2-hit KO on Gigalith in the sand. And 164 modest is the point at which you're going to OHKO, or 2-hit KO, I'm sorry, not OHKO. You're going to 2-hit KO the 4 HP Nihilego, alright? And so that's it. Those are the reasons why we have the, that's why getting this 164 is important. Those are actually some relevant calcs, as well as making sure that you're still faster than Salamence once you get that boost. Alright, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure, if you want to see more, subscribe or leave me a comment. If you leave a comment and recommend a specific Pokemon you'd like to see some spreads for, I'll try to get around to it. Or at the very least, I'll try to leave you a comment giving you some suggestions on some possible ideas. Alright, guys, thank you for watching.